Hello, everybody, and welcome to this week's energy update for November 20th through to the 27th. Super excited to dive into our themes this week. We have really beautiful themes, and let's dive in. So we have the meaning of the holidays, we have spreading joy, we have lifting heaviness to embrace the sacred dance of life. We have passion and purpose, desires and dreams coming to manifestation, release, and gathering together in sacred union. So we have some really beautiful and very positive, lighthearted themes this week that I'm really feeling. And it feels really amazing. So I'm feeling this very energy of excitement as I move into this week. I feel like things are speeding up where previously they were slowed down. So we're getting a lot of beauty that's definitely coming in, especially around the heart and throat chakras this week as well. So diving into that first theme, the meaning of the holidays, it was really interesting because it came in very quick and I was kind of surprised. I was like, oh, we want to talk about this? And it was like, yeah, we do. And I'm like, okay, so we're going to go with it. And I know that the holidays are a very personal thing for everybody as an individual, how they celebrate, whether they do Christmas or Hanukkah, or if they don't do Christmas at all. There's all these different, personal belief systems with the holidays and what kind of aligns with each of us as individuals. But regardless of this, it was really beautiful because what kind of came through was, what does the holiday mean for you? Whatever resonates for you, what does this time really mean? And really connecting with that, because I'm seeing a lot of us around this time of year, some of us dread it, some of us get super busy. It's a lot of, stress and sometimes financial stress as well. And we have a lot of this commercialism that comes forward from society and a lot of expectation that goes into what the holidays need to look like. And so with that, they really wanted to talk about this as we start preparing and going into this time of year, with really assessing, what do I personally resonate with and what does this holiday really represent for me? So what I wrote here was, what does it mean for you? And how can we release judgments, assumptions, and expectations? And how can we view the holiday season, or even what this time of rebirth with the winter solstice coming through and all of this coming together, how can we bring this awareness to what this really means? How can we come more together? So I know for me, I didn't celebrate Christmas for years. My whole life, we never celebrated. And so when I first started celebrating the holidays, and especially Christmas was a big one for me, it was really hard for me to really grasp, what did it mean for me? I was looking at everybody else, how they did things, what were their traditions. And I came to this awareness that I really wanted to make the holidays something very personal for me and for my close family. And with that, creating no longer what would fit the societal norm, but what felt right. What traditions did I want to have? How could I make it my own experience and really create that uniqueness and authenticity even in celebrating these types of things, and not getting caught up in all of the societal standpoints, and really coming in alignment with what the holidays bringing forward. So what I wrote here was, how can we come more together? And what was really interesting was what popped in was, what if the real meaning was oneness? And I thought this was such a beautiful thought, because regardless of what religion, regardless of what viewpoints we've come from or have, we all have this main theme about bringing everybody together. And at this time of year, that was what they really wanted to highlight this week, was focusing on oneness. So how can we transcend any other people's viewpoints, anybody else's views of holidays or what they celebrate, what they don't, and how can we just take the essence of what this time means and really focus on acceptance, love, care for our fellow man, and coming to that energy of oneness. We are all one. We are all interconnected regardless of our belief systems, regardless of where we've come from. And I'm seeing us really connect with the heart of that meaning and what that looks like for us. So what can you do to create that joy from that space of love, of community, of togetherness? And what does that look like for you? So this really was such a beautiful way to open up our week, and I thought it was a really interesting theme that they really wanted to talk about. So I wanted to really make sure that we had this in our update and included, what does a holiday season really mean for me, and how can I come to the true meaning of this season and of this time, and really connect and take that opportunity of what oneness really means and how I connect with that more fully in my daily life. And so from there, we shifted into the theme of spreading joy. So allowing ourselves to get excited for what's to come. And I love this theme so much because for me, especially around this time when we have so many things to look forward to, it's an exciting time. And what's beautiful is we've come out of this eclipse season where we've had a lot of doors closed and we've had a lot of things that we've had to cut off that has been toxic, and perhaps we're still in that state of transition. But it's like, instead of focusing on all of that, this week we're being really called to focus and prioritize joy and to get excited, to get in touch with enthusiasm for life, and to really embrace life as it comes. So I'm going to read you what I wrote here. So it was spreading joy, allowing ourselves to get excited for what's to come, expect miracles and stay miracle-minded, embrace enthusiasm for life. So channeling this was so beautiful because I literally could feel like the energy of dancing, like fun, celebration, like really just enjoying life, letting go and not sweating the small stuff, and allowing ourselves to let go of the seriousness of life. And I feel like things have been so serious the past few weeks with all the change and all these big decisions that a lot of us have been facing. And it's like, just let it go. Allow yourself this week to really get in touch with joy, to really embrace the beauty of life, and to start believing in miracles, right? And it's funny because, traditionally with Christmas and all of that, that's what it's all about, the miracle of life, the miracles that, Jesus performed, celebration, togetherness. And so it was really interesting. It's like, even if you don't identify with Christmas per se, all of us can get in touch with that magic of the season. And so I was really hearing, get in touch with that. Do you really believe in miracles? Can you stay miracle-minded? Can you expect the best case scenarios to come forward in your life? And why not try? And it was so cool. I wrote here, try something new. Get out of your comfort zone. What can bring you more joy? And what can bring more joy into your earthly experience? So many times we approach even sometimes our spirituality with such seriousness and such a focused outcome. And it's like we forget to enjoy our everyday. We forget to really prioritize that and look at that in our lives. We have so many goals, we have so many ambitions, and it's like, not until I reach there, that's when I can enjoy my life, or when I get the new job, or when I move and get a new home, or when I have a family or meet the love of my life. And then we forget all about the experience that we're currently in. And that's what I'm really seeing us needing to drop into this week, is the presence of joy, the presence of every moment, and how can we start living life to the fullest. And I'm actually seeing some of us purchase things for ourselves, and that's actually encouraged this week. Like, they're just like, you need to allow yourself to do what it is you need to do to bring you joy. And I'm seeing some of it like a material thing that perhaps adds a lot of ease to your day. Maybe it's a new coffee machine, maybe it's, something like that that really brings you joy. Like maybe it's decorations, but I'm actually seeing even bigger than that, like investments in self. So it's like, okay, this is going to be my Christmas gift to myself, or this is going to be my gift to self for self-love, because I know it's going to enhance my joy so much. I'm seeing some of us book a trip that we've been wanting to book. All of these examples that they're showing me at the moment, and it's beautiful because they're really encouraging this. They're like, don't hold back any longer. If something's going to really bring forward that joy and bring forward that experience of life for you, don't hold yourself back, and of course everything within reason, but they're really encouraging you this week to let the load off, let yourself drop down all your worries, surrender them to God, surrender them to the universe this week, and do things that really just give you that excitement and joy again. So I love this so much. So we have lifting heaviness to embrace the sacred dance of life. So this theme here was so cool because it was bringing this awareness of how life always is going to be the ebb and flow. There's going to be times of abundance. There's going to be times for harvest. There's going to be times where there's going to be a little bit of lack. There's going to be the standstill. There's going to be moments we're stuck. There's going to be moments we're thriving. Life is life, and it's like really embracing life on its terms this week is so important. So they're saying, flow with it. Allow yourself to come to an acceptance that this is the human experience. It's everything, and we're here to experience everything. And so sometimes that does mean difficulties. Sometimes that does mean challenges. And that doesn't mean like we're going to have a perfect life once we meet this station in our life or meet this goal. There's always going to be things. And so what I'm really hearing, it's like, but it's what we choose to do with our experience that makes it matter. So whether things are going great, whether things are not looking so great at the moment, it's like embrace joy where you can. Embrace every experience and allow yourself to flow with it and feel that safety, because we've been working so much with the divine feminine about being nurtured and feeling safe to be seen, feeling safe to be ourselves, feeling that security even when logic dictates there's none. And it's like really building that trust in yourself and trust in the universe that you're supported regardless of what you're going through. And I really thought this was such a cool theme for us, especially as we move forward and building this confidence, allowing the ebb and flow, knowing things are not always going to be perfect, but sometimes they're perfectly imperfect, right? So it's like, find the beauty in every earthly experience that you can this week. And moving forward, perhaps make that a daily practice. Really cultivate gratitude, and be very mindful of all the blessings that are trickling in this week. So from there, we have passion and purpose. So following that theme from last week, I really loved what came through. So what channeled was, instead of finding your purpose, live with purpose every day. What purpose can you find in each day, and how can you become motivated for life? So I thought this also was really amazing, because it's really allowing us to once again release the programs that we need to find purpose, or we need to serve a purpose, and we need to search. A lot of us feel this search within us, and there's nothing wrong with that. Sometimes we're very motivated to search new avenues of life and try new things and get enlightenment, and that's not discouraged here, but it's like, how can I find purpose in every single day? So instead of searching outside of me, what if I allowed it to come through me and within me and lived with that purpose every single day? So as an example, a lot of us, we come in with this strong sense of what we need to do here. So as an example, I'll use myself. One big thing that I am so passionate about is helping others feel unconditionally loved. and accepted for who they are, and allowing that to transcend in every interaction that I have or session that I have. So instead of looking to do that in future, it's like, well, how can I start today? How can I spread that love and helping people feel that genuine love for them every single day, and what that looks like, so really allowing that to be that motivator to find that purpose and living with that purpose every opportunity you can. So this then becomes the motivation for life itself, and it's no longer this driving force of when I reach this place or this station or this goal, then I'll be able to live a life of purpose. It's like, no, I'm creating that reality right now. And with that, I'm seeing our desires and dreams really pull in. It's like a magnet is what they're showing me. So it's like the minute we commit to that and we start living our purpose each day, that just brings more in naturally of what we've been wanting, of what we've been here to do. And it magnifies this opportunity to share ourselves and share what we're here to do and our purpose and our passions. And it's so beautiful because I'm seeing so many heartfelt wishes coming to light this week. So it's like, really be mindful what's coming in. What is your vibration? What is your energy? How can you create the reality you're dreaming of right now and take those practical actions every single day? So it's no longer put off to the future, but in the now. So what I wrote here was desires and dreams coming to fruition, manifestations coming into form. Your hard work is paying off. It's a beautiful life. Rejoice in every precious moment. So we had some practical advice that came through after this as well, which was a lot to do with helping our manifesting abilities this week because they're very heightened and very much in the show today and as we move forward. So they're saying really picture and really visualize what you desire and that actually coming into fruition. So what does that look like? What does that feel like? What would that experience be? They're really encouraging us this week to allow those daydreams to really happen. So take time, meditate, perhaps do a visualization meditation, look at pictures that give you that inspiration and show you what you want visually. Like there's a lot about really imagining it happen and believing it's coming, okay? So with that, picture and visualize what you desire. Take guided action was the next advice. So if there's things you're like, okay, I want to say, we'll use the example of moving. Okay, so if you want to move, and it's like, okay, well, where do I want to move? And what does that look like? What ducks in a row do I need to have? Like, do I need to start looking at my finances a little bit more? Do I need to start looking at my credit? Do I need getting all those ducks in a row that make this manifestation materialize that much easier. And it really shows the universe that we're taking action, we're changing the vibration, and that helps things to pull in even quicker. So take the guided action you need to take and really listen to your intuition here. What are you being called to do? What thoughts have you been having lately? Like, oh yeah, I should do this. I'm hearing that's important. So any thoughts you get this week where it's like a reminder of something you have been procrastinating on or haven't gotten to yet, or something you think you should do in the future, I'm just hearing that's important. It's like, listen to that and go, okay, it's time to do it and just get it done. Because I'm seeing that be very important. Even those little details matter. And I'm seeing that each time we check something off that list, the more we welcome in that energy. So take the guided action. And lastly, surrender everything to the universe, trusting it is done is what I wrote. So I love this. It's like, allow yourself to put any fear, any worry, any disbelief or low confidence put it in a God box. And what that kind of means, it's like put any of those concerns on paper, put it in a little container that you can call a God box, or if you want to do that kind of ritual, I'm seeing that be very helpful this week. So when we're manifesting, if those fears come up, write them down, put them away and go, okay, God, angels, universe, I am handing these over to you. And that's a beautiful little ritual I'm seeing some of us actually do this week that really helps us get it out of our heads, out of our mind, and put it into that paper to surrender to God, okay? Trusting that everything is being handled for you, all right? Also getting a huge theme of utilizing your angels with your manifestations this week as well. So have you tried personally addressing your angels and asking them and thanking them for helping you materialize your needs, your desires, your dreams? And have you been giving your guides permission to interact with you and help you wherever you're needing adjustment with that, okay? And I just really feel the presence of angels specifically this week. So really utilize that and remember to call them in every day, all right? So next we have release all and any fears of loss. Focus on what there is to gain. So once more, I'm seeing this kind of trickle in from the previous theme of fears here. So it's like when those fears creep in, like, what if I can't do it? What if it's never going to happen? I just can't visualize it. You know, any of those things that come in this week, you know, anything that makes you fearful that you're going to lose out or it's not going to happen, or if you have to make a decision and cut something off to make this transition to what you really want to do, it's like stop analyzing and obsessing over what you're losing and what you might lose out on, and start getting obsessed and focused on what is going to go right, what there is to gain from this, what's going to help you really shift into your new reality, and getting, once again, excited, joyful, happy about what's to come, okay? Really focus on what's to gain this week, because once again, what we're thinking, feeling, and sensing this week is really adding to our manifestations. So really be mindful of that. So we also see here a bit of a decision to be made this week. I'm really picking up on that. So some of us might still be in that state of back and forth. I'm not sure what to do. How do I move forward? And what I'm really hearing is it's important this week to really hone in on your decision and choice, and to choose the path that once again aligns with who you are now, the true essence of you. So what I wrote was decide to choose you. What lights up the heart space? That is the direction to go. And once again, we're saying there's no right or wrong. Any decision made is for your highest good and will help you learn and grow. But regardless, what I am hearing is the encouragement to step out of the old and familiar and to step into what really lights you up, what brings you that joy, okay? Such a central theme for all this week. Joy, joy, joy. What lights up your heart? What lights up your soul, okay? What gives you that little bit of fear and excitement is more than likely what's right for you, okay? So really allow yourself to deep dive into that. Lastly, we have gathering together in sacred union. So this was a beautiful theme this week. I saw a lot of us getting together. I saw a lot of sacred souls coming together to meet. I'm feeling like a lot of us might be participating in an event, or perhaps we're meeting up with loved ones, having meals, you know, just gathering. And this is very encouraged this week to get together with people of like mind and to really expand your friend base, okay? Because I'm really hearing it's important for us this week to really go into these sacred connections. So if there's been relationships that you've been noticing lately don't light you up, don't give you joy like they should or used to, yeah, I'm really seeing some of us feel very like we're forgotten, or people don't really appreciate us, and it's a lot like very one-sided. That's kind of what they're showing me for a lot of us. So it's like really be aware of where those one-sided relationships are in your life at the moment, and bring this illumination to what type of person and what types of souls and connections that you really want to have, because I'm also seeing this manifest this week. So some of us might be meeting some beautiful connections that we really resonate with this week. So really be mindful if you feel called to go somewhere, if you feel called to join something or take part in an event or a workshop or whatever that looks like for you. Really listen to that, because I'm seeing that a few people really connect with some sacred connections that you'll just really resonate with. So allow the warmth of soul connection into your mind and heart this week, embracing what others have to offer. Okay, so this was really interesting. So when I wrote embracing what others have to offer, it was like an equal exchange was what I was seeing. So I'm seeing a lot of us be givers here that are listening. So a lot of us are givers. We're giving all of ourselves. We're giving all of our time. We're helpers. We're very much that personality type is what I'm getting for a lot of us who are listening to this today. And with that, it's like allow others to give back. And so this week, I'm seeing you meet and make connections with people who meet your needs as well, who have also something to offer and to share, to support you. And it's like really embrace those opportunities for others to give to you and for others to help you in your experience. So I'm really seeing this actual equal exchange that begins to happen where it's no longer one-sided. So this is really equaling out. Those scales are balancing. And the other thing to note here is they said take the risk for sharing yourself. So likewise, if you've been holding yourself back from really being vulnerable with others or letting people know who you are now and what you do and what you're shifting into, don't hold back this week. Allow yourself to really showcase who you are and show all of who you've become. If you're interested in spirituality, why do you have to hide that? You know, if there's pursuits that you're going forward in, let people know so they can help you make more connections. Maybe they're a friend of a friend who's someone who does something that you want to get into. You know, I'm just really seeing take advantage of your connections this week, because they're all going to be very instrumental moving forward. Okay, so very important to be mindful of that. I'm also hearing don't hold back in sharing your gifts. So this was another really huge theme that wanted to present this week, was sharing your gifts and what you're capable of as well. So a lot of us have been brought up in homes and had a lot of societal beliefs instilled in us that it's not okay to be different, that it's not okay to go against the norm. And especially in spirituality, now more than ever, it's more accepted than it has been in the past. But I'm seeing a lot of us still cling to those programs that it's not okay to have the gifts you have and to share them openly. I'm seeing a lot of us be shy about sharing what we know or what we can do. And some of us holding back important messages that need to be shared. Okay, that also just came in. So if you're getting a message for somebody, don't hold back. And I'm actually hearing it's important. And even if somebody doesn't accept what you have to say right now, you've planted the seed and they'll remember what you've said when they need it. So what I'm hearing, it's like, don't hold back from sharing and expressing your gifts at this time, because they're very needed. And as we come together more as a collective, and as we enter this time of the year where that's very encouraged, really allow yourself to, well, funny enough, the word announce is coming through. Announce who you are. Announce what you do. Announce to the world what you're moving into. Because with that, I'm seeing this claiming of ourselves, owning who we are, and really removing any elements of shame or guilt for what we can do. And it's absolutely beautiful. And I'm seeing a lot of us really step into our greatness and our authenticity, which is absolutely stunning. So I'm loving this. So don't hold back your gifts. And what I heard lastly was it's meant to be. So I feel like there's some very divinely guided things that are at work this week. So be very mindful what you're guided to do. Listen to those intuitive promptings. I'm really hearing like going somewhere. So if there's somewhere you feel called to go all of a sudden, go. Okay, so really listen to yourself, really listen to your intuitive hits, okay, because they're all important this week, and I'm seeing our guides show up for us in a very big way. So be mindful of feeling them around you, be mindful of checking in with your guides, and really trusting yourself and your instincts, because I'm hearing they're going to lead to some really beautiful friendships and possibilities. So that's so exciting. I'm loving this. So let's pull a card to end. Definitely a quicker reading this week, but so much beauty. Okay, let's see. Whoops. Oh, I love this. So we have a card that I pulled for us, which is Choose Love. Okay, so it says if you're struggling with an obstacle or conflict, choose a path of love. Suffering, doubt, and frustration all transform in the presence of love. So show your love courageously. Show your love openly. Show your love with no strings attached. It's safe to give and receive love. In fact, if you have a hard time with self-love, start outside yourself and work your way in. Showing love to others can be a gateway for loving yourself. Oh, I love this. So I really keep hearing that word oneness being so important for us this week. So allowing ourselves to unite with people of like mind and heart that help us love ourselves as well, because I'm really seeing once again this exchange of energy between people. And it's really, really beautiful. And lastly, they're just adding here, really be mindful of taking responsibility this week of your viewpoints, okay? This is super important as well. So they're saying really take responsibility for your healing, for how you're viewing the world, how you're viewing challenges and difficulties, and continue to choose the path of love. Continue to release things that are no longer resonating for you. Do the loving thing for yourself, and really consider what that means. So what I'm hearing here, the universe responds very powerfully when we align with love, when we do things, make decisions from that space rather than fear. And that's what's really strongly coming through for us this week. So take some time out to connect with your heart and reconnect with lights you up before making any decisions, before moving forward, because I'm hearing that is what's truly important. And that's the driving force for life. You know, what is life without love? What is life without joy? So really allow those positive shifts to take place in your perspectives, in your heart. And really, if you remember anything from this reading this week, to really choose love in all areas that you can. So my friends, that's all I have for this week. What a beautiful reading. I also just wanted to remind you guys of some updates that I have in store for us. I'm super excited to bring forward my new Sacred Soul Journey, which is all a workshop and workbook that I have specially created to help a lot of us actually do the spiritual and healing work and what that can look like in daily action. And this workbook I've been working on for the past 6 months behind the scenes, and is very near and dear to my heart. And I'm so excited to finally bring this forward. I'm hoping to have printing in the works the next few months here as well. But for now, that workbook's going to be offered through the workshop as well, where we're going to actually go through a lot of these healing topics together. So we're going to be learning how to really go into our fears and triggers as they happen and really face those fears and get to the meat of what they're trying to tell us and teach us and what they could actually be holding us back from. We're also going to be going into self-love, how to actually cultivate that. You know, we hear that all the time, but how do we do it? And also working with our inner child, with acceptance, with forgiveness, with removing self-criticism, and how to do it. We're going to be learning sacred rituals. We're going to be doing a lot of these exercises and fun activities together that really help these truths land within us and help us really release through those actions. We're going to learn how to manifest and how to do it properly, what words to use, what high vibrational energies we need to tap into, what the best times are to manifest, what to use, what tools you can use to enhance your manifestations. All of these things are going to be playing a beautiful role in this workshop, and I'm so excited to offer it. So it's going to look like a 6-week program where we will be meeting as a group once a week, whether in person or over Zoom, depending on location. And we'll all be able to go through these things together, which also gives us this beautiful opportunity to gather together. So heading off of that theme for this week, allowing us to really come together, connect, to meet like-minded people, which is such a strong thing that I really am passionate about, is bringing that support in while we're going through our healing, while we're making these shifts and changes, so we're feeling supported and not alone in our journey. So that's, in a nutshell, what I'm going to be offering and starting this November 26th. So if this calls to you, please connect with me, as I would love to add you to our group as we begin this next weekend. As well as I'm also taking some new clients. I'm taking some new mentoring clients as well. So that looks like if you're someone who wants to open and expand your personal gifts, if you're looking to offer your services or create your own spiritual business, I have a 6-month program where we'll be working one-on-one together, practice sessions, channeling your guides, giving you the advice and business advice and techniques that can really help expand your spiritual gifts, business, and offerings. So if that calls, please let me know as well. So I'll leave all those details linked below. You'll be able to connect with me if you have questions, and I'll leave my website with everything I have available there as well. So in the meantime, I'm wishing you all such a beautiful and blessed week. I hope you really find your joy this week. I really hope you enjoy with enthusiasm every day of this beautiful life. And I'm sending you big hugs as we move forward into it. Lots of love, my friends. Bye-bye.